Well, my name's Noah Schnacky. I was born in Minnesota, grew up in Florida. Music goes way back in my blood. My grandpa was in a rock band growing up. They thought they were the Beatles. They called themselves the Knights. And then they passed that down to my dad. My dad, he loved country music. So country music in the household is all I knew. Like I remember being, God, I must have been like 10 years old. And my dad would walk in my room and he started doing this thing where when I was sleeping, he'd grab a guitar off the wall. He'd put a foot up on my bed and play an old Kenny Chesney tune or a Garth Brooks tune or something to wake me up. And at first, I gotta be honest, it just kind of sounded like an alarm clock. As a little kid, that's all it was to me. And then I think the shift happened in me when I started liking girls. Because all of a sudden, these lyrics that he was singing came alive for me. Like, ordinary, no. Really don't think so, not a love this true. I was like, who's he talking about? That sounds pretty cool. And so I took that with me. And because I feel like that was the first time I ever fell in love with what I think is the core of country music, which is just storytelling and connecting with people. So I went to Nashville when I was 13, started doing my own stuff. Thankfully, I'm not playing any of that stuff for y'all today because you wouldn't like me if I played that stuff for you. My first song I ever recorded on Music Row was called Selena. It's about Selena Gomez. That's it. Yeah, wow. And so, hey, secrets aren't fun unless you share with everyone back there. That's your girl? Let's go. I'm ready, man. A Selena battle. I got a song. What you got? What you bringing? No, I'm just playing. No, yeah, so thankfully I kept going back and forth trying to get better. And at 17, I knew I needed to go all in on music. And so that's what I did. And I did some crazy things to try and make that dream into reality. Like, man, I remember going to Staples whenever they'd have a sale. And I'd buy like 3,000 of these cards that said my name. And all they said on them was my social media and you're amazing, we should talk. And I'd go buy like a ton of them when they were on sale and then go to an event and pass them out by the thousands. And then I'd go home and I always thought it was really inspiring that people would actually take these cards home that they could have thrown away, look me up, because God knows I got the most confusing last name ever. Shout out to you for getting it right, JT. And look me up and just be a part of my story, whether that was just like, comment, follow, whatever it was. It was really inspiring to me that they'd stop for a second, that they cared that much. So I always try to return the favor as much as I could. And I did that till I was 21. And at 21, we had about 500,000 followers on Instagram. And we figured it was about time we released the first song. And that song was hella beautiful. And what was really special about that first song was that those people accepted me for what I wanted to be. Those people that I've been growing a relationship with helped me stream that song 1 million times in 8 days. And it wasn't like some manufactured hit that we were trying to make into something. It was just authentically me and my story. So the fact they wanted what I really was, which is a storyteller, and I grew up on the Garth Brooks and the Kenny Chesney stories, like the fact they were willing to take that piece of me and love it, that was really cool to me. So this is Hella Beautiful, the song that started it all. Okay, well, it's just, I don't know, man. This next song, if you've ever been single, which I don't know, with someone like you, you may have just like come out the womb, stone cold killer, you're just ready for it, you know? Taken since birth. I got you. But for the people in the room who have ever been single, like, that's kind of where this next song comes from me. Like, it's that moment when you walk into a room and you see someone and they just like absolutely take your breath away. And you don't know what you're going to say to him or anything about him for that matter. But you know you got to say something. Because if you don't say something to him in that moment, you're going to regret it the second you leave that place. It's about not missing the moment. It's not having any what ifs. This is our second independent release. It's called Maybe We Will. Well, that was the second song. And since then, I got to say, a lot's changed for me. Like, there's been some people I've dreamed of working with, and I've had the opportunity since then to work with them. People like Shane McAnally, who are writers for people like Old Dominion and Sam Hunt. And then there's producers like Dan Huff, who have literally been a staple in creating what country sounds like over the last decade. Like, worked with Keith Urban, Thomas Rhett, Kane Brown, you name it, he's done it. So to introduce this next song, it's a bit of a bucket list thing for me. It's the first song I ever got to produce with Dan Huff. And it's our first ever radio single, and it impacts for radio next Monday. So this coming Monday, the 16th. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it, because I had a ball. Okay. Well, this last one is really special to me just because, like, I'm always on the road nowadays, so I don't get to go home a lot. But when I do go home, I've got 3 little sisters back there. 3. I know it sounds like I said 2, but I slur my words. 3 little sisters back there, a mom, a dog, and they're 19, 15, and 12. And usually out on the road here, I'm with my dad. My dad's back there helping us out today. Say hi, Dad. What's up? Hi, Dad. And, like, the first thing I always notice whenever I go back home is my dad will go into this full-on lovey-dovey, like, father-daughter mode, spend every winking moment with them kind of deal. And I've noticed that for years. And watching the way that he loves them, the way that he values them, growing up has shown me how much love it takes to make those little girls into who they are. And then on the opposite end of that, my mom, you know, I've had a lot of conversations with her because she lost her dad when she was 13 in a tragic accident, and how that impacted her life. And it inspired me to make this song called Meet the Man. It's great to meet you guys. Thank you so much for coming and just hanging out with me today. I know the pizza was incredible, but hopefully the music, like, was a nice after effect. You know what I mean? Yeah. So whatever I can do to make it worth it for you all, take a picture, shake your hand, just know your name, sign something for you. I'm here to do that. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.